References for criteria and credits for dispatch circuits are shown here. Credit for dispatch circuits represent 30% of the total credit for communications, or 3 points. The value RDC is made up of the credit for the type of circuit, credit for the monitoring for integrity, credit for emergency power supply systems, and a credit when no circuit is needed. I will not be addressing this final area as there are no areas in Louisiana where no circuit is needed. Credit for the type of circuit represents 40% of the available credit for dispatch circuits. How many dispatch circuits are needed? That depends on the number of alarms received each year by the graded area. If less than 730 alarms are received, then only one dispatch circuit is needed. If 730 or more alarms are received, then 2 circuits are needed. These would commonly be referred to as the primary and secondary dispatch circuits. When 2 circuits are needed, credit is divided equally between the two. Therefore, for the following discussion, I will be addressing only cases where 1 dispatch circuit is needed. There are 3 credit levels for dispatch circuits: 10-point, 20-point, and 40-point circuits. When multiple types of dispatch circuits are in use for the fire department, credit earned for each type is prorated based on the percentage of members using each type of circuit. Since 40-point circuits are the most common in Louisiana, let's begin there. For members on duty at the fire stations, voice radios installed in the fire station, dedicated telephone circuits, or a wired circuit dedicated to public safety or governmental use are creditable as 40-point circuits. When devices are carried by members, whether they are on duty at the fire station, on-call career members, or on-call volunteers, voice radios or pagers and alphanumeric pagers under direct control of the authority having jurisdiction are recognized as 40-point circuits. Alphanumeric pagers leased through AT&T, Verizon, or other commercial providers are not under direct control of the authority having jurisdiction and are therefore not creditable when used as part of a primary dispatch circuit. However, in departments where 2 dispatch circuits are needed, these can receive 50% or up to 20 points of credit when used as part of a secondary dispatch circuit. There are 2 types of 20-point circuits: those that tell responding members the box number or street intersection only, and outside coded sounding devices such as sirens, air horns, or other devices that notify members of fire alarms. The code used by these sounding devices must indicate detailed information as to the type and general location of the alarm. The sole type of 10-point circuit consists of a non-coded sounding device that simply notifies members of the community that there is an alarm of some type somewhere in the community. For 10 and 20-point circuits, there must also be a telephone or other means of transmitting alarm information to the fire station. To the best of my knowledge, there are no 10 or 20-point circuits being used as either primary or secondary dispatch circuits in Louisiana. Finally, when considering types of dispatch circuits and credits available, there are 2 important things to remember. Number 1, cell phone circuits are not creditable. And number 2, credit is prorated based on the percentage of members using each type of circuit. Monitoring for integrity represents 30% of the credit available for dispatch circuits. You may also hear this feature referred to as circuit supervision. In areas that require 2 dispatch circuits, monitoring for integrity is only required for the primary circuit. Dispatch circuits must be monitored for integrity to ensure success of the dispatch process. Simply having the fire department reply to a radio page is not adequate. Hardware and software associated with dispatch circuits must be capable of notifying telecommunicators or other responsible persons if the commercial power, radio or pager circuits, wired pathways, or telephone circuits used to dispatch fire alarms are not operational. As shown in this table, there are 6 criteria that apply to radio or pager circuits and 4 criteria that apply to wired or telephone circuits. To earn any credit for circuit supervision, all criteria shown in this table must be met for each applicable dispatch circuit. Credit for emergency power supply systems account for 30% of the total credit for dispatch circuits. Each location that is critical to the dispatch process should have an emergency power supply system. This includes PSAPs, repeater sites, and fire stations where receipt of incoming fire alarms is dependent on commercial power. Handheld or mobile radios, pagers, or similar devices do not require emergency power supplies. Credits are based on the types and configurations of the installed emergency power supply systems as shown in this table. Finally, to receive full credit, all installed emergency power supplies must be inspected and tested in accordance with applicable NFPA standards. As with all other areas of the FSRS, systems with complete documentation of inspections and testing receive 100% credit, while those with incomplete records receive 75% credit, and those with no records receive no credit. As always, we at the Property Insurance Association of Louisiana hope this information has been useful to you. Please do not hesitate to call us should you have any questions or concerns related to the content of this presentation. Thank you for listening and have a great day.